Hello my creative friends, welcome back to my studio. If you found me from the last video, thanks for coming back. Today I wanted to finish a project that has been just lingering on for about, let's see, 5 months. I finished these projects. I did a class on chalk art, and this artist does amazing work. She does chalk art for a living. I just wanted to explore and see what it was like to do chalk art. She does it with oil pastels, so it wasn't actually chalk, which I thought all chalk artists use chalk, but she does some realistic work. And so here I've used some wax paper to protect them, but I did a whole bunch of drawings in her class, and I did it on black paper because I was being a little precious about the chalkboard. I wasn't sure how these would turn out, so I thought, okay, let me just do it on paper. If it doesn't turn out well, I can just put it away, tuck it away with all my other artwork. So yeah, but I actually was pleasantly surprised. She's a good teacher, and I learned a lot of techniques, and you know, these are not necessarily the colors I might have chosen, but I really learned a lot. She used 3 different kinds of oil pastels, like first the hard one, then a medium softness, and then the softest on top for highlights. And we also use some oil pastel pencils, so like just colored pencils, like Prismacolor colored pencils, to erase some of the marks if you went out of the edges. So this was one that we did on actual MDF. So this is the class where you actually buy this MDF. It comes in a kit, but this was a Korean class in Korea, and they don't ship to the United States. So I just purchased these on Amazon and used chalkboard paint. So I went back to look for footage on painting these chalkboards and realized that my kids really wanted to help me out. So here they are. They asked to help, and so I was like, sure, you can finish the rest of the chalkboards. They had fun. They thought it was like a fun project, and they pretty much did the rest of them. I mean, I had to do a little touch-ups, but they were having so much fun.
Pro painter versus new painter. Pro painter. Oopsie. Oopsie. Lemon. Squeezy.
The little one had more fun. He spent the rest of the time doing all of the ones that I allowed him to do, and it was fun. It ended up being a fun family project. I had a really good laugh watching him. If you've got kids, you just never know. They might be interested in helping you with the most mundane tasks. And painted these finally. Then you use the oil pastel on top of that, and just did step by step, and I was really impressed with how it turned out. This is gonna go near my coffee maker in the kitchen, and I have one more coffee scene, and this was the main one that I wanted to do. This was the image of her class, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I wanted to learn how to do the steam, and so I did learn, and it was really, really fun. And yeah, I've been wanting to put this just like on a little easel in my kitchen, set a vibe next to my coffee maker that I see every day, but I haven't put the time to spray it because, you know, you gotta set up, figure out where to spray. I bought the spray already. It's the Sennelier spray. It's really good reviews. I also did a little drawing here. I put this on just a pastel board, had plastic on it because I knew I was gonna spray it and I didn't want to ruin anything. This was actually the artist that I learned from. It was one on her blog, and she did this beautiful scene, a Tuscany scene, and I just fell in love with it. So I tried doing it as well. This one's gonna go to my mom. Once I spray it, she likes to collect my artwork, so so it's gonna be a good day. We're gonna finish these pieces once and for all. I'm gonna frame some of them. I bought little frames for the black ones so that I can put them somewhere around the house. So let's go get spraying. So this is before spraying. You can see that this is the level of sheen on it. I mean, I think I might have, this is some of the black oil pastel. There's a little bit of a grit. I think it's because of the paint, of the charcoal paint, but you can see that's the sheen, and we'll see if it changes after we spray it. And then this is the paper, the oil pastel on paper. You can see the paper has a very matte texture, and just wanted to see what it would like before and after I sprayed it. So my husband offered to help me set up the area to spray. We just put an Amazon box on the bottom, leaned it up against this basketball hoop thing, so that it was at an angle, and had some shipping material that we saved from our move, and use that to kind of just cover up the box and just making sure it just doesn't blow away. The wind just blew it up. My husband was helping me set up. He also gave me this. This is from Korea. During the pandemic, my relatives sent us an entire box of this, so why not protect myself? I'll be putting this on. And this is the spray. This is the spray I'm going to be using. It's the Sommelier Fixative for oil pastels. I've read a lot of reviews, and it looks like this is the one to go with. There's a lot of wood, so I probably don't need this, but just in case. Let's just go for it. Oh, there's tape. Oh. So when you buy this thing, there might be some tape. Best results apply in several light coats rather than one heavy application. Turn can upside down after use and press for a few seconds until gas escapes. Interesting. All right. So, mask up. Shoe bleep bee. Ooh! It smells. So we're gonna let that dry a little bit. Let's go for a second coat. Looks like the wind is blowing it to the left, so I started from the bottom right. And hopefully it got onto the artwork. Okay, I'm gonna go in for a third, and hopefully this will be the last coat. There's quite an odor. So I'm gonna let this dry out here and let it fix itself, I guess. And we'll see what it looks like in a little bit. The instructions on the bottle says to turn it upside down, turn can upside down after use, and press button a few seconds until gas escapes. So I'm gonna try that over these boxes. Yeah, I did notice that the sound changed, so I guess we're done. Gas has fully escaped out of the bottle. Yes, I'm done fixing it. It feels like a lot of work for me. I don't know, I'm sweating. But I'm gonna leave it, and we'll maybe about 10 minutes so that it can air out. I think it's aired out, but just some fumes, and there's a little bit of wind, so that'll be good. I think it should be good to go, so let's take a look. Can't really see any texture on it. I do feel like if I rubbed hard enough that it really still can come off. Yeah, it did a little bit. Not sure if it needs more or if that's good, but I'm ready to go back in. Just to be safe, I decided to do one more coat, so here we go. Using the can again, upside down. Okay, it's the next day. I meant to put these in the frames yesterday, but it was dinner time and had to, yeah, give it a pause. So I'm going to frame them now and let's see if they fit and how they look. So here I have a box that has been sitting in my studio for a few months. I'm gonna finally open it. This has a pack of 5x7 frames that is meant for this. Let's see how it goes. Ooh. Look at that. That's nice. Nicely packaged. Even more tape. Comes with these interesting wall hangers. I'm not sure if I would use this. I guess it's relatively easy to plug up those holes when it's strong enough. It's pretty cute. I actually think this might be too small. Ooh. Oh, so I just covered them up again just in case. Oh. Yeah, they feel pretty sealed there after that last spray. But it looks like this is pretty much the same size. I'm gonna have to cut these down. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to cut each one of these down. There's so many steps to the finishing process. And the reason why I realized I avoided doing this for a while was because yesterday I got bitten by 8 mosquitoes 8 times. So yeah, it's not so pleasant to go outside, you know, during the summertime. Okay, so I'm gonna go get the paper cutter. I was going to cut these, and I thought, okay, let me just measure this. It's 4.5 inches. I thought this was a 5x7. It says it's a 5x7, but it looks like it's a 5x7 on the outside, I guess, because this is 4.5 inches by just over 6.5 inches. Wow, that's kind of weird. So it's 5.5 inches on the inside of this mat and 3.5 inches. Oh my goodness, this is the wrong size. This is 5 1/4 by 7 1/3. Oh my. Okay, so I've got some sizing issues here. Let me just show you how these turned out. You see it in the light. I think it looks really good. You can't even tell that it was sprayed, but it's like that tackiness, that like kind of sticky substance, it's a little bit less. I can't really quite feel it. I'm definitely gonna have to trim these because there's like this perforated edge, but I'm going to have to figure out what frame size would work well for this. But let me just give you a close-up of the ones that I did do that I need to find frames for. So these are 5 different ones that I'm going to have to find new frames for, and I guess I'm going to have to draw new drawings for the other ones because they are, yeah. Let me see if I can show you. Who knew that you could draw on black paper like this? So I'm not sure if this is the best way to display these. I found these little easel holders somewhere, probably from one of my kids' projects. But here they are. I'll probably move it around or maybe even frame it later, but so far this is a little bit of a nice addition to my kitchen. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I know it was a little bit of a flop today with the wrong frame size. I can't even believe it. It's been sitting here for so long and I totally thought I purchased the right size. So check your sizes before you order. Definitely will use that for something else, but until next time, do something creative and I will see you in the next video.